800 student athletes. 29 teams wearing the blue and white, all for the glory of Old State. This is your weekly roar on GoPSUSports.com.
Welcome everyone to this week's edition of For the Glory. I'm Gia Motyl. With over 14,000 jam-packed at the BJC, the Nittany Lions got the W against Wisconsin on Saturday, 56-52. No longer are these wins against ranked teams upsets. They are business as usual for Penn State and are now catching some national attention. It was also Coaches vs. Cancer Day as Nittany Nation band together to fight cancer. Let's jump right to Marcus Green with the highlights.
Penn State faced a large deficit early, but they began heating up. As the first half wound down, they began knocking down shots and playing stingy defense. Penn State went into the locker room down 9. Coming into the second half, home court advantage became evident. In front of a crowd of 14,000 plus, the Nittany Lions hit big shots from three-point range and inside by attacking the basket. On defense, they forced Wisconsin to take tough shots and gathered defensive rebounds, holding the Badgers off and solidifying the win.
The game was so much, being Coaches versus Cancer, and, the energy was just full throughout, and, it carried over to us. And like I said, we just came out with a lot of energy in the second half and hit shots and, made defensive stops.
This improved their Big Ten home win streak to 4 games, the best since 1996 and even longer than any streak during their NIT run 2 years ago. The top-ranked Nittany Lion wrestling team dropped a hard-fought 22-13 decision to number 8 Iowa on Sunday in front of a sold-out whiteout crowd of 6,686 fans at Rec Hall. Penn State returns on Friday in a road duel at Michigan State. Action in East Lansing starts at 7 p.m. and can be heard on GoPSUSports.com's All Access. The GoPSUSports.com online store is home to all of your official Penn State gear. The online store is loaded with great Penn State Nike and Under Armour gear and all of your favorite winter teams t-shirts and hats. The GoPSUSports.com store open 24/7 for your blue and white picks. The Lady Lions faced a menu of rivals this week, traveling to Illinois and hosting Ohio State. Senior Julia Trigel stole the win on Thursday night as she hit a game-winning layup with 9 seconds left to make it a 67-65 final. Penn State beat Ohio State with a final of 80-71 to remain tied with Wisconsin for first place in the Big Ten. The Lady Lions now travel this week to Michigan and Iowa, and all of the game action can be followed on GoPSUSports.com's All Access. Penn State men's volleyball swept the weekend against Lewis and Loyola. Let's go to Kelsey Detweiler, who caught up with Coach Pavlik on Saturday.
It was a good weekend for us. I thought we got stronger as the weekend went on. Real pleased tonight that there's a standard that I think every team tries to meet with minimizing the amount of easy points you give to the other team. And tonight we hit the court with our swings, we hit the court with our serves. We really forced Lewis to play volleyball. And when we get into situations where we have to have teams play volleyball, we answer that pretty well, and tonight I thought that did it for us.
Let's catch up with all the other Penn State teams in action. The number 5 Penn State men's gymnastics team remained undefeated on the season with tri-meet victories over host number 13 Temple and number 16 Army on Sunday afternoon in Philadelphia. In women's gymnastics, the Lions took second place with a 195.3 score in a tri-meet hosted by number 1 Florida. The Nittany Lions returned to campus on Sunday, hosting Pittsburgh, West Virginia, and Bridgeport at 2 p.m. in Rec Hall. The Penn State men's tennis team regained its winning ways Sunday afternoon with a 5-2 win over Army. Penn State will remain home next weekend for a doubleheader taking on NC State and Bloomsburg. The Penn State women's tennis team earned its first victory of the season in dominating fashion, defeating the Pittsburgh Panthers 6-1 Wednesday night. This weekend, the women's indoor track team raised their Big Ten championship banner during the Penn State Nationals. The Lions look to repeat at the 2011 championships in March. Check out GoPSUSports.com for in-depth coverage on Penn State's elite fencers and number 25 swimming and diving victories over the weekend. And fans, as you know, stay connected with the Penn State Nittany Lions Facebook page. Plus, find out which Penn State coaches and staff are tweeting by checking out the GoPSUSports.com Twitter toolbar. That's all for our show today, but tune in next week when we recap all of the Penn State teams in action. I'm Gia Motyl, and this is For the Glory.